Hey everybody, it's Dr. Jo and Cool Remy, and today I'm going to show you my top 3 exercises for low back pain. So let's get started.
Disclaimer alert, disclaimer alert.
So for these exercises for the low back, I'm going to be lying down, and then for the last one, I'm going to get up onto all fours. But you can do these on the floor, bed, or a couch. So the first one is just going to be a simple bridge. Bridges are my favorite. They work the low back, they work the glutes, they work the hamstrings. It's really just great overall exercise. So for bridges, you're going to prop your knees up, spread them out just so your knees and hips are kind of in alignment. So with bridging, what I really like doing, if you see my videos before, is kind of roll up one segment at a time of your spine. You don't have to stop at each segment, but you don't just want to come up and down like this, because then you're not really getting an exercise. You're kind of defeating the point because you're using momentum instead of actually using your muscles for the exercise. So what I mean by rolling up is really kind of come up, lift your bottom, then lift your low back, and then come up to your mid back. But you should never really have pressure on your neck. And you don't have to use a pillow. I'm just using a pillow because it's easier to see you, but a lot of times people don't like using a pillow. It's up to you. It's for your comfort level, but you shouldn't have any stress on your neck. The stress should go into your shoulders when you're coming up. So just rolling up to about, as straight as you can comfortably get, but you don't have to come up as high as me, especially if you've got some of that low back pain. You might just be able to lift up the bottom at the beginning and not come all the way up. But eventually you want to roll all the way up, get that nice stretch. You're not going into extension of your back. So this is not an extension exercise. And then you're rolling back down. So the next one is going to be just a simple dead bug is what we call it. This is a little bit modified version of the dead bug. You can do some and progress it to make it harder, but really with the dead bug exercise, it's more about getting the muscles to work together. So you're kind of doing different movements to get them together. So the first part of the dead bug is you're going to go into a pelvic tilt. And if you saw the stretches before, with the top 3 stretches, you'll know what the pelvic tilt is. But basically you're just rotating that pelvis back. I'm not pushing with my legs because with the dead bug, we're going to lift our leg. So you really shouldn't be pushing with your legs. You're rotating back at your pelvis, trying to flatten out your back. So when the dead bug, it's kind of like it will end up looking like a dead bug kind of rolling on their back. So you're just lifting up your one leg, and then you're lifting up the opposite arm. You don't have to lift your leg up high, but try and keep that pelvic tilt the whole time. So I'm going into that pelvic tilt. I'm not holding my breath. I'm going to lift my leg up a little bit and just alternate with the opposite arm. Coming down nice and slow, try and keep that tilt. If you have to release it and then go back into it, that's fine. Eventually, you want to try and hold that tilt the whole time. You can come up just a little bit with your foot, or you can come up a little bit higher into that fuller dead bug. But again, just try and go at your own pace. So again, if you have to reset every time, if you want to start off with just holding the tilt and lifting your foot without the arms, just try if you can do that. You can start that and then kind of progress as you go with that one. So then the next one is going to be going into what we call a bird dog or quadruped. So you're just going to come up, get onto all fours. That's what the quadruped is. And with bird dog, it's the same kind of thing. You can modify a little bit by just starting off with your legs, but it's kind of like the dead bug, except now you're just over on the other side. So you're working different muscles. And if you want to follow along in real time, I have a whole bunch of real-time videos, and you can click on that link up there to find those videos if you want to follow along with exercises. And I'm doing the whole all the way set all the way through. So with the bird dog, I'm going to kick out one leg, and as I kick out, I'm lifting my opposite arm. So I kind of look like a dog pointing if they're trying to get birds. The key to this is try and keep your back pretty flat. Like imagine if someone was setting a cup on it. So I'm not down like this, I'm not up like this. I'm trying to get into a nice fairly flat position. And then when I kick out my leg, I'm not rotating. I want to keep, I don't want to knock that cup over. So I'm really trying to keep it flat. It's a little more difficult on a softer surface. So if you can do this on the floor, sometimes it's a little bit easier to do on the floor. And then just alternate sides and try not to wiggle if you can. You might see me wiggling a little bit. Just like I said, it's a little bit harder on a softer surface like a couch or a bed. And then just as simple as that. And then as you get stronger, you can work on the hold a little bit longer. So there you have it. Those are my top 3 exercises for low back pain. If you'd like to check out some other videos, click on the link up there. And don't forget to subscribe by clicking down there. And remember, be safe, have fun, and I hope you feel better soon.